Today in America, multi-billionaires like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Richard Branson are off taking joyrides on their rocket ships to outer space. They're buying $500 million super yachts. Today in our country, the two wealthiest people now own more wealth than the bottom 42% of our population, 130 million Americans. Two people, 130 million Americans. Anybody think that that is what America is supposed to be about? I don't think so. Federal budget speaks to who we are as a nation and where we want to be in the future. It speaks to whether or not we can go beyond the needs of the lobbyists, whether we can go beyond the needs and the power of wealthy campaign contributors who have so much influence over what goes on here in Capitol Hill, or whether we can finally address the needs of the tens of millions of working families, middle-income people, low-income people who are struggling every single day to take care of their families. That is really what this whole debate is about. Which side are we on? Today in America, multi-billionaires like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Richard Branson are off taking joyrides on their rocket ships to outer space. They're buying $500 million super yachts. And we talk about the yachts that Putin's friends have. Well, guess what? They have them too here in this country, living in mansions with 25 bathrooms. In his budget, the president has proposed a 20% minimum tax on those who are worth at least $100 million. This is an important step forward, and I congratulate the president for doing that. We should go further, though. In the richest country on earth, senior citizens should not have teeth rotting in their mouths. Further, as a nation, we should understand what every other major country does. Healthcare is a human right, not a privilege. The function of a rational healthcare system is to provide healthcare to all in a cost-effective way, not to allow private insurance companies and private drug companies to make obscene levels of profit. And I'm happy to inform members of this committee that in early May, we will be having a hearing right here in this committee on the need to pass a Medicare for All single-payer program. Year after year, decade after decade, we're talking about the outrageous cost of prescription drugs in this country, the huge profits of the drug companies. President has proposed, and I agree, that Medicare must negotiate prescription drug prices with the pharmaceutical industry, which is exactly what the Veterans Administration has done for 30 years. If Medicare does that, we lower the cost of prescription drugs by 50%. Not bad. I understand that my Republican colleagues want to blame inflation on President Biden and the enormously successful American Rescue Plan. But let us be clear. The problem is not that a low-income worker got a 50-cent raise last week and a $1,400 check from the federal government over a year ago. That is not the problem. To a significant degree, pathetically, large corporations are using the war in Ukraine and the pandemic as an excuse to raise prices significantly to make record-breaking profits. This is taking place at the gas pump, at the grocery store, and virtually every other sector of the economy. That is why, in my view, we need a windfall profits tax, and why this committee will be holding a hearing on Tuesday of next week to deal with the unprecedented level of corporate greed that is taking place in America today.